it will goes up to 4. Okay, so that means end means basically the ending with a less than of the number end, and step is basically step is optional, but by default it will be step is 1. Okay, so here basically beginning is also optional. If you don't specify beginning, by default beginning will be 0, end is compulsory, is a mandatory, and step is also optional. By default, if you don't specify step, by default step become 1, right? So here we have specified for I in range 1, 5. So what is 1? 1 means the beginning, 5 means the end. Okay, so what will happen? So means it will start with 1 and it will goes up to 4. It will start with 1 and it goes up to, means as the end value is 5, it will just means whenever it reaches to the 5, it goes to outside the loop. Okay, so that means it goes up to n minus 1, means 5 minus 1 is 4. So print I, ENDL end of line is the space. So first it will print the value of I is 1. Then step is by default, step is not specified. By default step is 1. It is incremented by 1, 2, then 3, then 4. 1, 2 means as you specify 1, 5, so it will goes to 1, 2, 3, 4. I think right. So I think it is clear what is range function. So range function produces a sequence of number starting with beginning and end with a 1 less than that number end. Okay, and step is optional. Here step is not specified. By default the step value is 1, right? Next, see another example. So here in this example, for I in range 1, 10, 2. So that means 1 is a beginning, 10 is a end, and 2 is a step. Okay, 1 is a beginning, 10 is a end, and 2 is a step. So first it will print 1, then 1 plus 2 is 3, then 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. So it goes up to n minus 1, that means 10 minus 1 up to 9. Okay. I think it is clear. 3 parameter, first is beginning, next is end, and next is step.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, see, sometimes we specify only a single parameter, that is the end value. Okay, because beginning is optional and step is also optional. So by default beginning becomes 0 and by default step become 1. Okay, so for I in range 10, for I in range 10, so that means beginning become 0 and step become 1 and end become 10. So it will start from 0, so it will print I means it will print 0, then 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it goes to up to 9. I think it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, for I in range 1, 15. So this 1 is beginning and 15 is end, and step is by default is not specified. By default is 1. So it will display 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 14. Okay, because if the value of n is 15, so it goes up to n minus 1. See, for I in range 1, 20, 3. Okay, so 1 is a beginning, end is a 20, means it goes up to 19, and increment step is 3. So it will print first 1, then 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13, 13 plus 3 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19. Okay. Next. So this is a question. Write a program using for loop to calculate the sum and average of the first n natural number. Already we have calculated a natural number using while loop. Same we are converting this question. Already हम लोग while loop में किए, उसी question को हम लोग convert कर दे रहे using for loop. Okay. So first of all, we will input the value of n. Okay. We define some variable. This is equal to 0 and a is equal to 0.0. Next, for I in range 1, comma n plus 1. So that means it will start with 1 and it goes to n. That's why we specify n plus 1. And by default, step become 1. S equal to s plus I. So first time value of s becomes 0. So it will start from 1. So and it will goes up to n. Means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 up to n. And finally it will print summation is this, average is this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, see, this is a GCD of two numbers. Just like we have inputted two numbers, there is a num1 and num2. We are calculating GCD of two numbers. Okay. So basically, normal logic we have used, just like divide, and we are calculate, check the divisor. So num more than num1 more than num2. First of all, we'll input num1 and num2. If num1 is more than num2, so this num1 is stored into one variable and num2 is stored into another variable. Okay. And if it is not, we'll convert num1 is this, num2 is this. Okay. Next, this may
Sir,
इसमें num2 and num1 होगा. Okay.
yes,
Next,
sir.
while हाँ इसमें typing mistake है. Next, while we give a looping condition, we are dividing. कब तक division करते जाएगा जब तक division 0 नहीं आएगा. Okay. And in this way we'll calculate the GCD. इसमें num2 and num1 होगा. Okay. This is normal logic. num1 अगर ज्यादा है तो पहले num1 रखेंगे, num2 रखेंगे या num2 num1 रहेगा. Anyway, you may use your own logic. Next, input a binary number and calculate the equivalent decimal number. Okay, binary number input करना है and calculate करना है corresponding decimal number. Okay, so binary to decimal हम लोग कैसे करते हैं? Basically, in normal logic में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? First position को number with 2 to the power 0. Second 10th position, that number into 2 to the power 1, the next number into 2 to the power 2. Same that logic we have used. We input the decimal number, we input the binary number. Okay. Next, while binary not equal to 0, here we can write a bin more than 2, more than equal to 2, bin mod 10. We extract the last digit. Next, DC equal to DC plus R into 2 to the power I. Okay, first time we extract the first digit and that is multiplied with the 2 to the power 1. Okay, next bin equal to bin by 10. I equal to I plus 1. So in this way, we extract each digit and calculate its equivalent decimal number. Logic is clear or not? Logic, same logic which you have used in C.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Although in Python there is a function, आप इतना कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपको looping समझा रहे, that's why I'm giving this example. Otherwise, Python having a function. By the function automatically you can convert into binary to decimal, decimal to binary, octal, hexadecimal, all that there is a built-in function. Okay. See here, we are using a application of for loop. Input a number, we input a number n. Next, for I in range 1 to means 10 तक multiply करना है, so 1 to 11. Print n into I equal to n into I. So that means it will print a table of the inputted number. So this is calculate the factorial using for loop. Okay, so first of all we'll input the number. Okay, if the number equal to 0, anything with a 0 is a factorial is 1. Otherwise, for I in range 1 comma num plus 1. Okay, for I in range 1 is a beginning and num plus 1 means it is a end. Okay, so this variable equal to this into I is basically the floating variable. So first time it will come as a 1, next it will come at the 2, 3, it goes up to num. So finally it will print the resultant. Clear? Yes, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So another is to calculate the power between two number. Okay, so we input the write a program in Python to input two number and calculate its power. Okay, just like we're inputting m and n, we want to write a m to the power n. Okay, so for that we may use a loop. Also, there is a power function is also there. We can calculate a power directly. Okay, so now we are not using a built-in function. We are calculating manually. So we'll input the value of m and n. Okay, we'll input the value of m and n. Next, result equal to 1. For I in range, uh, 1 comma n plus 1. If you write better is 1 comma n plus 1, because initial become 1, and if you don't write a 1, basically it will start with 0. 0 is multiplied by anything is a 0. Okay, n plus 1. So result equal to result into m. For by default result value is 1. It is means it is multiplied by how many times? N times. So m is multiplied by n times. So this is the power. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, see, we are using for loop using list. We are using for loop using list. So this is list. Anything within a square bracket is a list. Okay. So for I in, see, within square bracket we have written 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So it will print 1 by 1. First time the value of I become 5. Next value of I become 4. Value of I become 3. So you can write anything. It is not only a sequence of number. You can write anything. So this become a list. For I in, we are not using range function. Okay, here we are not using range function. We are specifying a list. Okay, we are specifying a list. List is basically anything within a square bracket. So for I in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it will print 1 by 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what a for loop. Next we are next is array. कुछ डाउट्स है तो पूछ लो. I think doubts नहीं होना चाहिए.
So
Yes.
that will be like in the same line.
Yes, obviously means list means basically a list is a variable. Okay, just like a equal to within square bracket 1, 2, 3. Within that should be within a single line.
Yes, sir.
So this is I think last topic of module 4. उसका बाद हम लोग फंक्शन स्टार्ट करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास से. फंक्शन इज मॉड्यूल 5. See array. So looping is complete. Looping is complete. So next topic is array. So what is array? So array is nothing but array is a container. Array is a variable. Array is a container which can store a collection of value. Okay. So array is a container which can hold a fixed number of items, and this item should be the same type. Okay, so most of the data structure make the use of array to implement their algorithm. Okay, so array consists of a set of element, set of similar type of element, or array is a container which store a collection of similar type of values. So array can be declared in various ways. So in Python, we can declare an array like we can declare the array like from array import asterisk. Then we can specify the array. Okay, from array. Okay, array is basically a class is already available. Import asterisk. Then array name, array type code. Which type of array you want to create? For example, if you want to create an integer value, you have to specify I. If you want to create a for example, string type of array, str. So which type of array, and then the initialization of the array. So array can be declared in various way. So integer array, okay, although data type declaration is not required directly here, array 10 equal to this. So obviously array 10 means first element become the array 0, array 1, array 2, array 3. Okay, means array 0 become 35. Okay, array 1 become this 33. So in this way means this is the element set of elements, and this is the index number of the array. So in Python, array index start with a 0. Okay, so array length is 10. That means it can hold a 10 element. Okay, the length is 10 means it can hold the 10 element. So if each element can be accessed via its index. Okay, so for example, if you want to access a particular element, for example, name of the array is ARR. So ARR 0. So we can access the first element. ARR 3. We can access the fourth element. Okay, so on. Same concept which you have studied in other programming language. So what are the basic operation of the array? Has a traverse, insertion, deletion, search, update, etc. So traverse means print the array in traverse the array in any way, means we can start from any orders. Insertion a particular element. Okay, just like add an element at the given index. Deletion, delete an element at the given index. Searching an element using the given index or by searching by a particular value. Okay, next update an element at a given index. So array is created in Python by importing array module to the Python program. Okay, so what you have to write? From array import asterisk. From array import asterisk. Okay, so means array module is already built in, so that we are importing that module. Next, we can specify array name equal to, this is a constructor array, type code, which type of array, and then you can specify the initialization. See here, this is the example. So from array import asterisk, array 1 equal to, here array is a constructor. We are specifying I is the integer type of array, and we are specifying the value is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So for x in array 1, print x. So first, what will be the x? X is a means it will extract first array of 0, next array of 1, array of 2, array of 3, etc. So you see, this is output. Yes, student, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
See another example. So accessing, how to access the element from array input asterisk, array 1 equal to array I 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So first we initialize the array. The name of the array is array 1. Okay. Next, how we can access element of the array? So print array 1 0. So it will access the 0th element. Print array 1 2. It will access the second element. So here we can use a loop by which we can access all the elements, or we can use a loop by which we can input element from the array. See the insertion operation. I think it is clear. कोई yes no कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हैं?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. It's clear,
Okay.
sir.
See, the next is insertion operation. Insertion operation. Next, how to insert an element into the array. Okay. So there is a function is insert. So insert function having a means you have to use a array as an object, then object dot insert, and you have to take up two parameter. First parameter is the index number, and second parameter is the value to be inserted to the array. Okay. Object name is the array. Object name dot insert, and we have two parameter. First parameter is the index number of the array, and the second parameter is the value of the array. Okay, so the insert operation is to insert one or more element into the array. So based on the requirement, a new element can be added at the beginning, end, or a given index of the array. जहां पर चाहे हम लोग एंट्री इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं. See, first of all, we'll declare the array from array import asterisk, right? Next, array 1. Array 1 is the name of the array. We can give any name. See, this is the constructor name array. We have specified which type of array using I, and this is the set of value. Okay, now we want to insert the value. See, array 1 insert 1, 60. So it will insert the value 60 into the index array 1. Okay, so if you want to print the entire array, so for x in array 1, print x. So it will print the entire element. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, see how to remove an element, how to delete an element from the array. Okay, so delete refers to removing an existing element from the array and reorganizing all element of an array. See, first of all, so remove is basically nothing but a remove is a function, remove is a method. Okay, so object name become the array, object name dot remove, and you have to specify the value. So it will check from that array if the value is available on the array. So it will, if the value is present on the array, so it will remove that value. Okay, so from array import asterisk, first of all, we'll initialize it. Next, array 1 equal to array I, we declare the array. Next, array 1 dot remove 40. So it will check 40 is present on the array or not. If it is present, it will remove it. Okay, So for x in array 1, print x. So it will print the entire array. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So insert command is for insertion and remove command is for deletion. Next is how to search an array, element from the array. So you can perform a search for an array element based on the value or its index. So how to search? Basically, there is a function is index. So in an index function, you have to specify the value. So it will return the if the value is present on the array, it will return that index. Okay. So basically, this is a searching element from the array. So from array import asterisk array 1 equal to, this is a constructor, array I 10 20 30 40 50. We initialize it. Next print array 1 is object name dot index, and we are specifying 40. So it will check from the array 1 if the 40 element is present on the array, so it will return its index. So here see, the index of 40 is 0 1 2 3, so it will return 3. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after that, this is a function. We are not starting function here. Okay. आप लोग की जितना बताए हैं array and for loop, उसको आप लोग रन करके देखो. कोई प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ ऐसे है? जितना एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन दिए थे नहीं हुआ है? No. So today आज हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं up to this array. So next class we will start function. That is module 5. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Yes. प्रैक्टिकली करने में दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है? प्रैक्टिकली अगर करने में दिक्कत हो रही है तो आप बोल सकते हो. ओके स्टूडेंट, दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस क्लास. सो अभी अटेंडेंस ले रहा हूँ, डाउनलोड कर ले रहा हूँ अटेंडेंस. यस, अटेंडेंस इज डाउनलोडेड. ओके आप लोग प्रैक्टिस करो. ठीक है, अटेंडेंस डाउनलोड हो गया है.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.